Yeah, is that good? Right, straight in my face.
Bush.
What so what's in the agenda today?
Mate,
I know you're saying, you know, off the cuff, but there's got to be some
no
kind
plan.
of. There's
Look,
no
listen,
plan at all.
No plan
Let's
at
just
all.
talk, man, like
The
we've been
plan
talking.
is,
Yeah, but like, when was the last time us three was in a room together?
I know, it's crazy.
I'm unsure whether you're filming or not. Like, I've tried to behave ever since we sat
It's
down.
filming, but
I have no idea. Are we filming now?
It's filming, but I probably wouldn't use this bit. It's best to keep it, yeah?
It's good to have as content.
So, that's it, we're here. This is the first full podcast.
Wow.
Have you watched the others?
No, I didn't know because you told me about.
You watched the others on YouTube?
You
Maybe
said you
we're
were
gonna
going to
have
make a
to-
few more before you started to release them.
No, we're going to have to redo that. You're going to have to go, you watch that, and then you're going to go,
man.
yes. Because this is the first full one, George.
You just killed me.
How have you not?
And retake.
Crazy, yo. Crazy. Here we go. Lucid dreams, so I can't be out here living stupid. I love hard, so you could say I was shot by Cupid. Say less, but every now and then I drop my 2 cents. Tunnel vision could really be.
Are you bringing them out weekly?
I said to myself,
Is there like any program?
Yeah, there
it
is.
just like,
I don't know where it come from, but I said to myself,
oh, you
got
told me.
50 videos
That was
Yeah,
it.
for 2021, yeah? I don't know where it come from.
Mm.
Well, I suppose I do know where it come
So
from.
what, have you got 2 weeks off at Christmas?
Yeah, that's it, exactly. 2 weeks off from New Year. I was watching YouTube and this guy was saying, like, everyone's saying they want to start doing YouTube videos or an Instagram account, whatever, but they ain't even started an account. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, right, 1st of January, I've got to get a video out there, which I did.
Yeah.
And because otherwise you just overthink it. You
Yeah,
think
for sure,
people are
man.
going to find it interesting.
Mm.
Should I talk about this? Should I
Yeah.
talk about that? If you just turn the camera on and do it, you think, oh, that's all right. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know what told me to do it, but I just thought 50 videos, 2021, it's about 1 a week.
Mm-hmm.
Just forces you to do something, doesn't it? Otherwise, if you're like, I want to put some videos out this year, but don't really have how many you're going to put out,
Mm-hmm.
a month slips by, 2 months slips by, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Time goes fast, doesn't it?
Why are you doing it?
Do you know what, right? I'm like obsessed with podcasts, so I don't watch TV really. And I just watch podcasts.
You've never really watched TV.
No.
Like, I find that
No.
strange.
Do you know what? It was the self-development fucking mad stage of no TV and anti-news and just
Thing
reading
is,
books and that.
You're not really. I mean, you watch the odd film, but you're still not a film guy, are you? What's your
Like,
favourite
not
film?
A mega film. God, that's a big question. It's got to be Godfather, isn't it?
Godfather.
Gotta
Yeah.
be the
Never seen it,
Godfather.
George.
What? You know,
Never
you've
seen
never
it,
seen
never
the
seen
Godfather?
Godfather.
Get out. Seen the
You should,
Godfather?
mate, you know I haven't. I haven't watched Sopranos, Godfather.
But to answer your question, why I'm doing these, sorry, Day. Yeah, basically, I'm just addicted to podcasts. Watch Joe Rogan. I'm into James English and all these other ones. I just flick between them, and I thought, why not just start one and see where it goes? Some of these boys have been doing it for a year or two and they've got big names on, but I'm not doing it for, like we're talking downstairs, yeah. I've not done it to try and monetize it, to try and get a certain amount of views or whatever. I'm doing it as a bit of a journey type thing. See what happens.
Yeah.
Meet some interesting people, and see where it goes for the shop. Maybe eventually try and get some different interesting people on that's not just into like the watch and jewelry industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether we raise awareness for something or someone tells an interesting story, I don't know. Like, but yeah. So I've just just started. Just see where it goes. Just see where it goes. 50 videos in 2021. And
That's the
yeah,
plan.
just see where it takes me, mate. See where it takes me. That's the idea.
I picked up on when you said about, which is great that you set yourself the target of 50 episodes for the year 2021. I picked up on the point when you said about you can overthink things and then it will prevent you from doing it. And I believe, yeah, that fear is a massive factor of why people don't proceed with something. Just interesting, is it something that you have come across, like with maybe other things, like personal or business decisions that you might make, and fear has prevented you from doing it? Or have you always kind of been like, right, let's go?
Do you know what the biggest one is? If I'm being straight, it's probably worrying about what people think.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the only reason. Like, because to have a conversation with you two, I'll do that any like day of the
it's
week.
normal.
Like, it's cool. But then to put it out to people, it's like,
Especially on like Instagram now.
yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially we've like got a bit of an audience. I think like, someone gonna think, oh, why is he doing that for? What does he think he's saying? What like, or they're not interested, or but then someone said to me, listen, if they're not interested, then they won't watch her. So don't worry about it, you know. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is the thinking what people are gonna think about you. Yeah, you look at anyone that goes far, they don't care. They've got that ruthless drive, and they get knockbacks and no's, and people telling them they're stupid and this and that. And this is a minor. This is like a bit of fun compared to a lot of things. But doing a lot of things in life, there's risk involved. Like whether you're starting a business, whether you start a new relationship or whatever. Yeah, you move somewhere new. Like there's risk involved. So if you listen to, of course, there's always going to be people say, yeah, but are you sure you want to do that? Because there's downsides and plus sides to everything. So
you get that from your family though as well,
freeze
don't you?
up. Yeah, of course,
I mean,
man.
when
always.
you started sort of, especially you said you want it to be done, you know, your podcast will be under the shop sort of thing. Did your dad say anything about that?
No, he was on it. He was on it. But listen, it's not like, probably deep down he wouldn't have thought it was like, it's not his thing. But he thinks it's good now. A lot of people have like been, mate, so many people have messaged and called like, oh, that's sick, really good idea.
So you've had a good feedback?
Yeah, man, massively, which I really appreciate. But yeah, it's just it's like the Instagram when like I started it, mate. We haven't got the biggest platform in the world, definitely not. There's people that have started far later than us and have gone further. If being successful is the amount of followers and stuff you have, but
that's mad.
Yeah, when like I started that, I was getting like one like on a photo. Yeah. And it was like, you didn't get no recognition for it or no money. And it was like years and years and years of doing it. And that's when the momentum builds up and you actually get a good response. And that's when it seems like a good idea, when it's going well. Do you know what I mean?
So do you think, like me and George was talking about this on the way up about Instagram. So we brought it up on a topic about, obviously, people are like, and egos are fed on Instagram and likes. So it's hard. So say for instance you do your podcast and you know you sort of basing it on how many likes you get, or like how are you gonna sort of with your feedback, what are you know, how are you gonna see it?
It all depends on how you define success. Like I mean, I wouldn't. I have been in the position where I'm thinking, oh, likes and follows etc. mean status or whatever.
Yeah, I think everyone has.
It's completely not true.
No.
And like in reality, like we touched on it as well, it's about happiness, man. So as long as you're kind of happy with what you're doing, like I'm really comfortable in that space, then that will shine through. Because the genuineness does come through, and then obviously that you're passionate about the industry that you're in, and it's proven that you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about. And the point you said about kind of thinking, go on. I was just saying at the point where you're thinking about what other people think of you. That's such a big part of society these days that people struggle with, and that's a form of anxiety, you know.
Moving off the Instagram subject, but I think it's probably easier to deal with you guys because you're a family-run business as well.
Yeah, of course.
I think you know your shop's so welcoming coming in. And it's a good experience.
See, that's what I've been struggling with when thinking about what to do the videos on, because we're interested in watches, but you two know you come into our shop, and the least thing we talk about is probably watches and diamonds. We're joking about we'll have something to eat. We just talk to each other as friends. Like that is how it is in the shop.
I can't walk into the shop without having a joke either with you or the old man.
Always.
And it always starts with a joke. Always. One of your terrible jokes.
Exactly. They're probably not good jokes.
And they only get worse.
Yeah.
And I think I know I'm obviously maturing and getting older, because the worse the jokes get, the more fun and funny. And I don't know if that's an age thing.
No, that's it.
I think it's... I mean, my background's obviously hospitality. Just
to cut you off, George, obviously I know what you do and Daley does, but for the people watching, explain what you do. Obviously you have bars. And
Yeah. So I own the Vine in Brentwood. With my sister, and it's a family-run business. We have 3 branches across my dad, me, and my sister. And I was kind of just thrown in the deep end at 23 years old, and just kind of went with the ride, and just here I am today, man. Just enjoying the process, as we say. So
obviously lockdown has been a bit of a switch up for everyone, but for you, I say well, there's probably a lot of business that's hit hard, but especially like pubs, restaurants, bars, like the income is just like the taps turn off, innit? Do you know what I mean? Whereas a lot of other businesses, there's still maybe angles and
Yeah. So we've been closed since March, and we haven't been open since March 2020 when the beginning of this began. So we haven't had an income since. So I've been taking no revenue whatsoever. So, but I'm glad you kind of said that, so I'll just touch on it briefly. But a friend of mine on Instagram asked me the other day when I first went back on it, and he said to me, have I been investing? Like implying, have I been investing in anything whilst I'm not earning any money?
What do you mean, business?
Yeah, business, whilst I'm not earning any money. And I sat and I thought, no, I haven't. But then I switched and I responded back to him, I said, do you know what? I've been investing, but I've invested in myself.
Yeah.
That's my investment. That's where it's been. Since March, I've invested in myself. And listen, I've grown since then, and I've just been able to be okay with everything going on and not put too much pressure on it, and not to put too much anger. There's obviously a lot of uncertainty, but dealing with the uncertainty is what I've been able to kind of get better at, and it's just enjoying kind of every day with it, man. Just enjoying the process.
Must be so hard. I think it's hard for everyone involved, but especially someone from, as you said, hospitality. But must be so hard going from such a lively thing, like having all the boys around you, everyone coming to that play, like come to the Vine every weekend, to then to like you said, the tap being turned off.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was a big thing, man. It was but it was also that time for me to be able to do some self-reflecting, like fully
I think I think you needed that.
Being for sure, yourself, being in the midst of all the madness and everything that I've kind of been through, which is a separate topic, but with business and personal, but being in the midst of all the madness to be able to then kind of hold on, right, just relax, just take some time now and just pause your life and just do the work on yourself, man. And that's the approach that I took, and I couldn't be more grateful for it, man. Really, to be honest with you, I would advise anyone to pick up a book or listen to a podcast. That feeds you a bit of positivity, because really it's yourself, like your own health and your own happiness, that's what really matters. Matters, man.
I mean, you got me into podcasts.
Yeah. Exactly what you were saying when we don't need to veer back onto Instagram, but when you was having a conversation about it like this, it's no filter.
No.
This is real life.
It's
real.
Exactly.
It's real, and that's the same with any podcast. It's no filter. You're not a journalist sitting interviewing somebody. 100%. We're talking about real things, exactly, and that's what appeals to people.
I think it personally might be because this is more of maybe an older generation thing. Like Instagram's probably more for the younger youth. Like
I mean, you touch on TikTok as
well,
and that's
exactly.
even younger.
And I think this is more of maybe an older.
You boys on TikTok?
No, I don't know how to use it, mate. No, but I think it's something that
Daley's definitely on TikTok. You on TikTok?
I do not have TikTok.
You haven't,
I would be lying if I said I didn't know a dance from it.
Oh, really?
I mean, are we doing it?
If you want, mate.
I have no idea.
Anything
I have
goes.
no idea.
Yeah,
honestly.
no.
But this is something, as I said, I think Instagram's more for the youth. I mean, everyone uses it now. But like, when do you see people our age sit down doing a podcast?
No.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
No, but I think it is going to be a thing. I think. Look, I'm not saying like just podcasts, but this style of whether it's just I think all businesses will be doing like a day in the life of I don't know. Go back a few years, it was more like. It was like you had like barriers up as a business. Like you hid things a little bit. You might not advertise all of your prices or tell all of your trade secrets and stuff, and it was like, so you had to come to us to...
Yeah.
But now it's everything so easily available to
you can't hide
research or find. Yeah, I think people are attracted to the companies that are just completely honest and just share information. Like, mate, look at the biggest pages, whether it's health and well-being, whether it's hospitality, whether it's watches, whether it's whatever, the biggest pages and that are the people that are interested. And what's interesting, people sharing inside stories, people sharing tips, people sharing things that help you. Do you know what I mean? It's not just people saying buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, which we're well lucky because we can just bang watches on a page and it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
If you're selling like, if you're Hovis or you're like, I don't know, Primark or something, it's a little bit more difficult because people buy that stuff, but it's not maybe super interesting for a picture. So we are lucky in that sense. Yeah. But yeah, it's changing, man. It's changing.
I would say it's relatable authenticity.
Yes.
So it's
very deep.
Yeah. So being authentic, man, you can't be authentic. You just are.
Yeah.
So you can't be genuine. You just are genuine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't all of a sudden decide to sit down in the chair and just be somebody, because that's not you. And I believe that will shine through over time in whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
In whatever you're doing.
Well, Nico picked up on it earlier, didn't he?
Well,
downstairs about saying.
Yeah.
I think it's true. I mean, there's only so long that you can go on trying to be someone that you're not.
Yeah, of course. You know? Yeah. Until it catches up with you.
Exactly that.
Yeah. So yeah. But that's why, and I believe that the biggest companies they do the right thing, like the ones that you're seeing elsewhere. They're the ones that give the most value, that people find relatably authentic. I don't know where that come from, but it's just
it's all good. Yeah. It's all good. Do us a favour, George, pull that a little bit closer to your face.
Find it stranger than mine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So George, first time you've been up here.
Yeah.
First time I've seen you in about a year, but first time you've been up here.
Yeah.
Well, second time I've seen you in about five years, probably, innit? So what'd you make of the office?
I'm somebody that
promote us.
Yeah, no. Listen, this is real. I'm somebody that picks up on things, and venues that I go to. Man, from the front door, I was just like, yeah, I'm feeling this.
Big front door.
Big, huge.
Do you know what gets me? It says automatic. Front door. You have to push it.
No, it's auto.
We used to there for a good 3-4 minutes.
It's auto, man.
And then I had to push.
Oh well, whatever, man. It looks.
It's definitely laughing at you.
I'm marking it down for the manual.
Okay, so you think that's good, and then you take the toilets into the equation, and then you also add the little pods, the yoga pods upstairs, and going back to the kind of you'll be surprised, right? How many people are influenced by an establishment's toilets.
Yeah.
So going back to the Vine.
Yeah.
That bloody toilet, honestly. I used to get texts at 3 a.m. Danger, our plumber. I was like, George, I'm asleep. Toilet's blocked again.
What, just problems?
Yeah.
Always problems.
Yeah. But no, I'm saying like, I do think they're a big thing for people. Like you see a girl, I know this is an office bloke, but I'm just saying girls would go to the toilet and be mesmerised by like pink flowers,
beautiful toilet,
or unbelievable mirrors. So it's a real big thing now. So to get them spot on, I don't know, it must be just psychologically people just really keen on toilets.
Good toilets.
I like it, mate. I like it. No, but we do. No, I love it up here. I say it every time I come to the city. Like I don't. Well, before we had the office, I don't come up here much. No, but where we're down in Essex, people from London call it like the country, didn't they? If you're outside London, and I always used to think, what, the country? Like it's Brentwood and this and that. Course, But now, when like you spend a lot of time in the city and you go back home, you can understand like, it feels like we're in the woods. You know what I mean? It does feel different.
What is your preference?
To be in there or here?
Yeah.
Being here. But I think it's very new still. It's just more.
Is it because it's new or? Because of the buzz.
Mate, listen, you've ever been up on the roof terrace, haven't you?
I have indeed.
Spend one evening on that roof terrace, having a Corona, watching the sunset through all the big city buildings. That's it, you're sold.
I mean, you could have said a different choice of beer. You went with Corona.
Corona, relevant. Why, do you not like Corona?
I like Corona,
because of Corona. Or coffee, whatever. We've had loads of coffees. We're not alcoholics, coffees or waters or whatever. We've got water now.
It's just it's a nice venue.
Mate, it's just... Without over-explaining it,
up there
just
with,
a nice feel.
You said earlier is that you'd only have one. You was thinking about you'd always want one either Liverpool Street or Canary Wharf, and here we are across the road from Liverpool Street.
Yeah, we're right.
Yeah, you could literally.
Yeah, cool.
It's great. It's great.
So so that's there weren't too much thinking kind of into it. It was just something we come and looked at. We loved the place. We thought, yeah, let's do it. See what happens.
Mate, you can't not like it here. I mean, how nice. Like, even, I know it sounds stupid, but from getting into the lift, like, something so small.
It's the little things,
it's lovely, man. It's lovely.
And I think George has definitely found the snack drawer as well.
That's it, yeah. George's ironed out a snack drawer.
It's me, man. I wanted to ask you, because when we messaged, I wasn't really on Instagram, and now it's only a recent thing, but I checked out your page, like the Colebys page, and I noticed that you'd done the rebranding, the new name. What was your thinking, the why behind that? And
you mean the logo and that?
Yeah.
And that was just right. So used to know my dad, yeah. So he's old school deal maker. Yeah. He just wants to be doing deals and more deals. Yeah. He's a good people person. He's always cracking a bad joke.
Terrible
and
jokes,
and he just wants to be around people just doing deals, and that's it, yeah. And he is good at it. But I think my thing is more, I don't know why, I just get addicted to making the business better in little ways.
Visionary.
Yeah, that's great though.
Which is like, I'm always thinking, I'll kind of pick something, pick it apart, build it up, and then move to the next thing. Yeah. So it's just in my little bits of spare time.
It's good balance. It's good to have that.
Yeah, I literally just, mate, it was just a spur of the moment thing I thought about. Yeah, listen, the logo could do with a switch up. And just done a new logo, but like it?
Yeah, love it, man.
Yeah, good,
really
good.
Like it. And I think it's admirable that you can acknowledge the different strengths between the two of you and work together.
Yeah, it works,
it's
man.
It's been a strong bond.
Yeah, it works.
With you.
It works.
You've been in this for what? Since
30 odd years. Yeah.
Yeah, so
30 odd years.
Yeah, but it's great that your dad's kind of is on board with the whole.
Yeah, I think 100%. That's a good point. How do you get along like with your dad, working every day with him?
Yeah, mate, it's not easy, but being with anyone all day, whether it's your partner, your friend, you know what I'm saying, your flatmate, your dog, you see someone different, and you do bump heads and this and that, but I don't know, I'd like to think I'm quite a placid person. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we both bounce off each other. And
I think you're quite similar though, you and your dad.
Yeah.
You've got the same sort of...
Where you're busy, you don't have much time to think about stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's a different job. Like, if you don't know the industry, people think you're sitting back, sipping champagne, talking shit to clients all day. But it's not. It's like mentally stressful. Yeah, we're not digging roads, or we're not doing manual labour. No. But it's a lot of responsibility with stock, with the business, with relationships, with managing staff and everything. It's just
what meets the eye.
I done a podcast. You said you didn't watch it, but it was the pros and cons to the watch business. Yeah, I just thought I'd share some of our opinions on the good parts and the bad side to the watch business. Yeah, you should watch it. Anyways, one of the points was I said, which is true. In the watch industry, the teams are small. So, say for instance, with you in hospitality, you could... I know in hospitality, people come and go a lot easier than other businesses, yeah?
Sure, yeah.
People are quite replaceable almost.
Yeah.
So you have your higher up people, but people are replaceable. In our job, it's the total opposite to that. So we've got a small team, but with a higher turnover and a big network and big responsibility. So I'd say it's like I said in that video, you can turn over tens of millions and have crazy responsibility, but it could fall on like 2-3 people. So you're taking the brunt of everything, of the social media messages, because you need that knowledge. You go and employ someone to do the social media, and they're saying, okay, we've got 72 messages this morning. Number one is 72. They've got a day-to-day yellow gold. It's 2018. They want a price for that to part exchange against that stainless steel Daytona you got. They're asking if they can book an appointment for Thursday. You're going to be in the city or Billericay, and you're like, wow. Like, you tell them the information, you think I might as well just wrote the message myself.
Yeah, by then you should have dealt with it.
So then you need another you to do those messages, which takes years to build up, and just through knowledge and taking action themselves and stuff. So it's not as easy just to get people to fill little spaces. So everything falls back on you.
Trust.
So you feel everything. It's not, you can't really put people in places to deal with things, because you kind of, all the decisions come back to you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So it's, I went on a rant there, but I know it was about, it's a mentally stressful business.
Yeah.
It is.
Like I said, it was with you as well. It's a very, you got to be quite trustworthy in yourself.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, of course. this is the whole point of the podcast. So you know, like I said earlier, if you come in a shop, we're more joking around, having something to eat, just chatting about personal stuff. People think that we're sitting in the shop all day on the keyboard, like doing invoices and researching new model numbers and talking about watch movements and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, we love what we do, but we're not like watch nerds, and we're not like
no.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's some customers that come in and they like baffle me with what they know. They say, "Oh, have you seen the new Rolex 11506? Blah 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 blah," and I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
Do you feel obliged to go with it?
I'm like, oh right, yeah, cool. Yeah.
So yeah.
No, but I don't know a lot of the model numbers and things. And
what is your favourite Rolex? Or sorry, watch in general.
Right, I'll answer both questions. Favourite Rolex, I don't really know. We've got in at the minute a white gold Daley with an olive green dial. That's a smartwatch.
Very nice.
Smartwatch.
I do know the one you're talking about.
Understated, yeah, smart. And don't know, favourite watch.
They're popular, them olive dials at the minute.
Yeah, they're smart. Favourite watch will probably be a Patek.
I thought you was going to say that.
5711?
I don't know much about watches, but...
No.
Not the 5711?
No, it's one not many people know about. Oh, man.
You did have one. Did you have one?
Yeah, I've got...
You still... Yeah.
Right. It's this one. So, favourite watch. I've had to Google the model number. So, a 6102P.
I have no idea what that is.
That bad boy.
See, I would not have gone with that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you why.
I'll tell you why.
I mean, it looks a bit me with the... Is that a moon at the bottom?
Stars, moons, I don't know.
Isn't this one of the rarest Pateks?
I know it's a lot of money. I know it's in like the hundreds of thousands stuff. Basically, I was in Vegas. Yeah. I think you boys might have even come out there to see me at one of the shows, yeah?
Yeah.
And I was in the Cosmopolitan, going down to the breakfast buffet. And
how good's that buffet?
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best in the world. The best in the world.
So good.
So I walk into the buffet. There's a few guys sitting there having breakfast. Pair of swim shorts, little t-shirt on, about to go around the pool. But they're watch dealers. We see them at the show.
Yeah.
He's sitting there. I thought, that's a cool watch. I wonder what that is. So anyway, I've asked him. He's gone, oh yeah, it's just like, I didn't even know it was a Patek. You know what I mean? I'm young. Oh yeah, it's a Patek so-and-so. I was like, how cool is that? All the stars on it and bits. But he's sitting there. He looks like just a normal guy. Do you know what I mean? And I've gone back and I've had like a little look at him and I thought, oh my God. Yeah. Like, I think he might have even had the diamond one. It might be like, it's like a few $100,000. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh,
but the way he played it off was like,
just sitting there rocking that,
watch.
And he weren't like showing off like, oh yeah, this is a such and such. I was like, it's just a Patek so and so, and I just thought, how cool is that? And ever since, that's just stuck in my head as my favourite watch.
Man. Yeah, nice watch.
That's a great story, man. Yeah, because you know it's nice to like people can get identified with their belongings, like with their the ego self and their materialistic items, but to hear stories like that with a guy that obviously does
well for himself,
and he sits there,
but he's carrying himself. We said that though. Yeah. I think it's about balance, isn't it?
And the balance, it's great, man. That's great.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I still wasn't sure if the cameras were on or not. I'm being deadly serious with you. I didn't know if it was.